Video editing is the skill and art of deciding what to keep or cut. Video editors combine creativity and technical skills to build narratives, often using elements collected by others. 4 main elements are essential to delivering high-end final output. They include a compelling story, a cast of characters, a variety of footage, and a convincing soundscape. Narrative structure defines the story you want to tell. The cast of characters determines who will say what. Visuals and sound give viewers a sensory experience. The quality of the final product depends on how the editor cuts and connects raw material. Editors assemble content in diverse formats, refining individual elements, then integrating everything to create a coherent story. Editors find meaning between the cuts. They have the power to manipulate narrative time and pace, control the flow of information to build tension, create emotional arcs, and deliver an impactful viewer experience. Often, editors have to ruthlessly cut anything that does not enhance the story, moving from raw material to polished final product. First, lay down the sound and decide who will say what. Then, overlay with dynamic visuals and add graphics, captions, and subtitles. Knowing the target length will underpin many editing choices. Good storytelling drives all great videos. As explained in the Yconic video, 8 Elements for Shaping a Great Story, this includes knowing the story's main themes, understanding characters and their motivations. Only then can editors shape every scene to build the narrative arc. Video editing involves 3 interrelated steps: selecting clips to build the narrative arc, setting a pace to keep viewers engaged, and applying transitions to sustain continuity. Selecting clips to build a narrative arc is fundamental. While video is about sequencing visual elements, sound usually drives the story. Editors have to decide who will say what and strike a balance between what they show or tell. Editing audio rarely follows the order of the interview. The editor's role is to rearrange elements to support the narrative and keep viewers engaged. The editor must also maintain the integrity of both content and context. This includes avoiding alterations that might mislead the viewers or misrepresent interviewees. Listen or read first. Hearing interviews a second time or reading transcripts helps shape the narrative arc. Make notes about essential points and emotional moments. Use the best and cut the rest. Editing interviews and adding visuals go hand in hand. As editors order audio clips in the timeline, they should aim to start with one that entices viewers and end with one that leaves them wanting more. Editors may opt to use a narrator to recap complex ideas or if the interviewee lacks energy. Sharp editing builds narrative and sets the pace. Cutting all unnecessary bits can tighten a long interview or mask the interviewee's nervous tics. Be careful, some silences convey emotions or imply something profound. To generate interest, editors often select a strong audio clip that summarizes a main point, hints at a surprise, or poses an intriguing question. Dramatic contrast can be a compelling editing technique. While an interviewee calls for peace, footage may show the cruelty of war. As the interviewee talks, editors decide where to leave their face, and when to overlay B-roll with relevant action. Selected footage should be as powerful as the words. Infographics can convey content that is difficult to explain. Setting a pace to keep viewers engaged. Pacing is the rhythm or flow that determines how quickly or how slowly a story unfolds. It also sets the emotional tone that viewers experience. Shot duration is vital to pacing. Overly slow pacing can feel dull. Going too fast can leave viewers feeling frustrated. Editors should consider where does tension need to build and where do viewers need to breathe. Establish an average shot, for example 5 seconds, to set the neutral pace. Shorter shots with quick transitions build energy or even urgency. Longer shots and slower transitions let viewers absorb information or an emotion. Manipulating time is one way to control pacing and shape the viewer's experience. Mixing flashbacks, time jumps, and real-time action creates a dynamic rhythm. Audio lays the rhythm to set the pace. Visual edits need to align with the soundtrack, music, and sound effects. Every scene should have its own emotional weight, matching cut speed and shot duration to the mood and intent keeps viewers invested. Consider the audience from the very start. Young viewers are used to fast-paced edits. Older people may prefer a slower pace. Applying transitions to sustain continuity. Used well, transitions can evoke specific emotional responses. Applied at the start or end of any audio or visual clip, they create flow, build tension, signal changes, or add emphasis. The most basic transition simply moves from one shot to the next. Straight cuts work well for everything from following dialogue to building tension through fast-paced action. Smash cut. Sudden, jarring transitions that dramatically shift from one scene to another, smash cuts often evoke shock or contrast. Split screen. Here, editors displayed 2 or more scenes simultaneously to show diverse perspectives or parallel actions. Fade in, fade out. In a fade in, the next visual or audio gradually appears. In a fade out, the final image or audio gradually disappears. Fades often signal a major break in the storyline. They also set mood, show time passing, or end a piece gently. Crossfade or dissolve. Crossfades seamlessly dissolve one clip into the next, often suggesting the passage of time, a location change, or moving to a new part of the story. L-cut and J-cut. In an L-cut, audio from scene A continues as video moves on to scene B. In a J-cut, audio from scene B starts before video from scene A plays out. Match cut. Match cuts align a visual or audio element from scene A with a similar element in scene B. They can highlight parallels or contrasts. This technique is best saved for creating dramatic moments. Effective match cuts usually require strategic shooting. A few final words about transitions. Good editors know to apply them appropriately and sparingly. Overuse of flashy devices may distract viewers. Adding ambient sound. Strategic use of ambient sounds helps take viewers into the space. Selecting music. A good music track adds to the tone and style. Use music purposefully to create a mood or set the pace, not to manipulate emotions. Be careful that music choice and volume do not annoy the audience. Practice is key to perfecting skills as a video editor. Digital editing makes it easy to experiment while refining skills across all areas. Never stop learning. Editing software, allows editors to layer digital elements, apply transitions, refine footage, color correct, and normalize audio levels. And a final mistake to avoid? More is not always better. In line with Yconic tips for good writing, video editors should aim to achieve the 4 C's, making sure their stories are clear, concise, correct, and complete.